This is a quick video on overview of tasks within Mothernode and how you can use them. And so if you're already using Mothernode, you know you can have tasks and leads and opportunities all the way down to invoicing in orders and POs and so on. And so there's a variety of different ways that we can build tasks for ourselves, assign them to other people, but we'll also be exploring smart tasks and how you can use them throughout the workflow with very little effort whatsoever. So let's take a look at where tasks might appear, and in this case we're going to go over here and take a look at a quote. And when I open up this quote here as an example, you can see here that I have one task available for me, and here it says artwork request. So when I open this up, you can see here that a task has been created that is unassigned. It's for this particular quote, 1079. And it has a variety of different types of artwork that can be requested. And so in this case we have sign plan as the requested item, plus a description over here and any details that we want to have put in here for like deadlines and so on and so forth. At this point what we can do is we can actually assign it to somebody if we want to, and when we do that we can dispatch that task to them and they receive an email with the task details so they can jump right on it or get to it whenever they're ready. Furthermore, a lot of times what we see with artwork request forms is going to be basically, I'll close out of this, when you go into your task list, you can sort by the tasks. And in this case, I'm only looking at all the artwork requests that I have. And when I open up one of these, then I can assign it to myself or somebody else. And when I do that, I now have the task in my queue, plus the due date will be in my Outlook calendar or my Google calendar, so I can stay on top of things using the calendars that I rely on the most. So here I can see a list of the details for this particular task on the side, as well as some description information here. And when I'm done, I can mark it complete. This can actually trigger a new task if I needed it to once this task was completed. So other areas that you might see tasks which are going to be common is going to be in orders. And so once the quote becomes an order, then you can see two more smart tasks that are created here. So this one's called a project handoff. And over here, this has a list of items that are supposed to be accomplished. So a little bit of a checklist here. I can say I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. And as I sort of accumulate these activities, then my tasks are nearing completion for all the things I should be doing on this. If something doesn't apply, then I can just remove it from my task list entirely here, okay? All right, so the next thing I want to notice over here is that this was automatically assigned to the project manager that was on this order. So let's take a look at how that works, and let's take a look at how that sets up. I'm going to go over here to one of my quotes. I'm going to open up this quote here. I can see that I have project manager is Allison Honeycutt, sales rep is Allison Honeycutt. There's no reference, but what I am going to do here is I'm going to create my order from the quote. And I have a reference, project manager, everything here. I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm just going to click save. And now you can see when I created the order, I automatically have two new tasks. And these are the tasks that you saw in the original order, or the previous order that I showed, where I have the project handoff. And you can see it's automatically assigned to the project manager of this record. We saw Allison Honeycutt, and now again, she has the ability to go ahead and say this has been done, this has been done, and this has been done, and working towards a completion. So I'll save this as an example, close this over here. And now I'll go over here to permits. In the event that this has to be assigned to somebody else, all you would do in this case here would go and say David Waters needs to take care of this. It's a simple request for permitting for this, that the permits need to be pulled for this project. So what they're going to do is they're going to say dispatch task. Once they do that, it's been dispatched to David Waters and he's going to receive an email. So you can see in my email when I received the task as David Waters, it's been assigned to me. So it basically says that this customer ABC Inc. requires permits, and this is custom template information here, and it shows when the start date and the due date is for the task and the status and reference for the order. So you have everything you need to further investigate this and pursue it. And again, you can access that information directly from the task list. Okay, so if you want to filter on this list and you want to look for different types of tasks, you can go ahead and do that. Also, you can filter over here. So my tasks, my artwork tasks, if you want, there's these two are going to load up here. You can say, you know, David's tasks. All my tasks would be listed here, so you can see I have a bunch of past due tasks within this demo account and so on. All right, so how do we set these up? So I'm going to go over here into my smart tasks, and these are the 3 tasks that you saw that you have available to you. So they're going to be listed in my smart tasks. What I like to do first, though, is create my task template. So in this case here, we have the artwork request. I can open this up here, and you can see that I have my artwork request. I could put my own new label here, or add a category if I want. So if I want, this will make like another category that I can have underneath here, so I can have multiple categories. If I want to, I can go ahead and I can add to this list here, and this will be a checkbox item, and I can put some predefined text if I need to. So normally I wouldn't see this, but you might want to put some details over here. So something like this, details, spell it correctly, have that here, and then you're good to go. All right, click save, and then you're fine. You've got your artwork request template. Now within any task, you can alternate from template to template. So if you're creating a task from scratch, then you can choose the template on the fly. So you can do that over here. You see, I have all these different templates that I've used, but at the same time in my smart tasks, I only had 3 smart tasks. So the smart tasks themselves are basically a determination as to where should the task automatically be created, who it should automatically be assigned to, and then what are some of the parameters around that task. So for instance, over here, I can sit there and say this one's called artwork request. When it gets created, it's going to be set to unassigned. And the reason why I want to do it when it's going to be an artwork request that's being set to an unassigned person is because I don't necessarily know who in the graphics team is going to be picking this up. So I want to make sure it's unassigned. At that point, when they pick it up, they can go ahead and assign it to themselves. Here's the module that it's going to occur in. So it's going to create in this module over here, which is going to be quotes, and it's automatically going to have a due date of 5 days. Okay, so if they're using their Outlook calendar, their Google calendar to see their due dates on their tasks, then it would be this day plus 5. Over here, I can choose the priority on this, whether or not it's going to be normal, high, or low. And then if it's assigned by somebody, in this case over here, I can say notify assigned by when completed. Okay, so that's an option as well. Now you can see here I have the artwork task type over here. This is where I can choose from different templates if I want to. And when I do that, it changes the actions and all of the parameters over here. Okay, so that's something important to note. I'm going to go back here to the artwork request. Everything over here is going to be now a different list in the template. Okay, so I have that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click close. I don't want to save anything there, but also let's take a look at a task on the fly and how we can adjust templates there as well. So in this case here, you're going to see that in my tasks, I can go to tasks, and then I can create a new task if I want to. And when I do this, it's automatically going to be assigned to me. But here's where I can go ahead and I can change that template. So I can go to like the project handoff as an example, and once I do that, it puts in the project handoff information for me. Okay, so I can utilize it for that, and at that point forward, if I want to, I can dispatch it to somebody else, or dispatch it in this case to myself. Either way. Okay, so you have the options to do that. So when you start using smart tasks, they'll automatically create these brand new tasks for you at different points in the workflow, which will be hugely beneficial. And then the task record will allow you to stay on top of everything you have going on. And finally, if you're familiar with custom reports, then you know that you also have the ability to create custom reports for the tasks that you want to see at any given time. So here's an example. I want to make a list of all the tasks that I have in my coming week. So it's going to be Monday morning. I want to receive this email with a list of my tasks, so I don't have to go looking for it. It'll come to me and tell me what's due that week, so I can stay focused on what I need to have. So I'm going to say weekly tasks by due date. Say my tasks. Okay, just a description. All right, so over here I'm going to say task number. So I'll just choose these. I have a couple other fields I want to put here like this, and then I can say due date, start date, whatever. And if I want to mix these up and down, I can certainly go and do that. I want to group by, let's just say group by due date. So I can say show the day. We'll do ascending. Okay, we'll do that. And then over here, what I'll do is I'll click on task number equals, nope, don't care. I'm going to go here to want to see assigned to is going to be me. And then the next one is going to be due date equals the next 5 days, because I'm going to be getting this on Monday. And then I'll click save. And now I want to set it to get it on every week, Mondays at 7 a.m. in the morning. Email me. Alright, looks good. And then I'll click save. Alright, so when I run this, what it's going to look like is this. Alright, so these are going to be the tasks that I have on these specific days. The things that are supposed to be happening. Okay, so it's all grouped by the next 5 days of which tasks are going to be due on those days. Okay, and I can confirm that with the due dates over here. So this is what is going to be emailed to me every Monday morning at 7 o'clock. So that is how you can use smart tasks within your organization to stay on top of your responsibilities and your works and everything that needs to happen with your projects. For more videos like this one, check out mothernode.com or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/mothernode. Thanks for watching.